Vice-Chancellor, fellow council members, staff of the university, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. To members of a university, a ceremony for the presentation of awards is a particularly important and happy occasion. To all of you, I extend a warm welcome. To graduates, I offer congratulations and best wishes. The university's mission commits it to achieving international excellence in education and research. It is also committed to work through partnerships for regional, national and global enrichment. The university's record of achievement, particularly in research, is outstanding. In 1998, research income increased by 18% over the previous year. The university ranked 9th out of the 37 public universities in Australia in terms of its research income. The funding devoted to research, research scholarships and research infrastructure exceeded $36 million. The Australian Research Council is one of the peak grant bodies in Australia. In 1998, the university had the highest success rate of all Australian universities in the competitive bidding for research grants. The university has 15 research centres and institutes, over 50 research programs of international repute, and over 950 research masters and Doctor of Philosophy candidates. It is an exceptional performance across all faculties and reflects the quality of the research being conducted by our university staff. More generally, these achievements are also significant because good research feeds into teaching, which at the University of Newcastle reflects cutting-edge technologies. Education today is about the acquisition of lifelong learning skills. Today is a beginning, not an end. I also believe that our graduates today will in future make significant contributions in the local, national, and in the case of some, in the international community. I take this opportunity to remind those receiving their testaments today that as graduates of the university, you automatically become members of convocation. You thus join more than 45,000 other graduates and have an opportunity, through elected representatives, to become involved in the governance and developments of the university. I now call on the Dean of the Faculty of Architecture, Building and Design to present graduates from that faculty.
Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Construction Management, Building. Lam Huang. Tuan Tran. David Wallace. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Design in Industrial Design. Nicholas Clark. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Science Architecture with merit. Rachel Frecker. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Architecture, Building and Design.
I now call on the Dean of the Faculty of the Central Coast to present a graduate from that faculty.
Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Master of Food Technology, Marouj Limpawantana. concludes the presentation of a graduate from the Faculty of the Central Coast.
I now call on the Dean of the Faculty of Economics and Commerce to present graduates from that faculty.
Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Business. Adam Aitken. Carolyn Bechet. Susan Boothby. Amy Boyle. Kylie Bridge. Lara Brunt. Misty Burford. Michael Buttonshaw. Jamie Carlson. Michael Challen. Stephen Chapman. Hiu Chong. Brendan Cole. Rachel Collins. Michael Crone. Jeffrey Curry. Karen Drynan. Julie Jarowski. Dean Fitzsimmons. Amy Fleming. Kelly Fogarty. Nicola Frost. Ben Blushoff. Daniel Goodwin. Andrew Harrison. Suzanne Hartziker. Tamaleti Harvia. Rochelle Histon. Marianne Pistro. Ian Inglis. Melinda McGill. Shane McGrath. Deborah McRosty. Eugene Michaelis. Alan Nichols. Aruna Nidagal. Vesna Novichevsky. Kane Owen. Rebecca Palmer. David Parker. Michelle Lee Picken. Michael Power. Vanessa Perkis. Rajaswari Ramaya. Stephen Ransley. Melissa Rahill. Lachlan Reedman. Shane Reeves. Sean Rosenbaum. Dorota Reinkovich. Renata Schmitzer. Sylvanan Silva. Michael Ten. Benjamin Thomas. Catherine Thompson. Shannon Tweedy. Julie Bader. Paul Wildschut. Fiona Williams. Marcus Williams. Peter Willings. Claire Windaya. Cindy Wong. Ben Workman. Jasmine Yo. Veronica Jung. Wai Chow Ewan. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Business with Honours Class 1, Kim Cowley. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Tonia Bessel. Sheridan Boyd. Shannon Bryan. Martin Broad. Gavin Brooks. Alison Burns. Lee Yoon Chiang. Mark Chinning. Anthony Coleman. Christina Dunn. Ben Dunn. Rosalind Elsley. Renee Fote. Daniel Folwell. Samantha Grieve. Nicole Hartwig. Michelle Heritage. Christopher Hilkemeyer. Emily Hodgson. Hyung Kim. David Lowe. Teresa Lee. Wyna Leong. Katrina Lim. Chuan Kiat. Danielle Lowe. Geraldine McFarlane. Glenn Mitchell. Neil Morris. Lee Muxlow. Gregory Newton. Lisa Nguyen. Desley Nicolai. Kevin O'Connor. Ui Chel Bin. Mark Peaty. Melissa Peat. Amelia Perillo. Anthony Postel. Paul Ramzan. Craig Ryman. Edward Ryan. Alessandra Soltos. Gerard Smith. Grant Spokes. David Standingford. Melissa Stevenson. Adrian Thompson. Christina White. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Economics, Norman Bryan. Robert Galton. Sharon Jacques. Andrew O'Malley. Kerry Slate. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Economics with Honours, Class 2, Division 1, Sean Stevens. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Information Science, Colin Chan. Susan Davies. Meredith Jones. Richard Marr. Matthew Thompson. Karen Wade. Aaron Williamson. Chancellor, I present to you a candidate who has satisfied the requirements for the award of the Graduate Certificate in Human Resource Management and Industrial Relations, Lars Fleischmann. Chancellor, I present to you candidates who have satisfied the requirements for the award of the Graduate Certificate in Marketing, Roger Collar. Pete Stansfield. Tien Tai. Chancellor, I present to you candidates who have satisfied the requirements for the award of the Graduate Diploma in Business Administration, Sandeep Agarwal. Adikasuma Gusti Ngara. Samit Jagtar. Carol Knox. Efrans Rinaldi. Graham Samuel. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Master of Business Administration, Srikanth Beldona. Supaporn Bunya Ratwimnol. Sumalay Che Ratapapan. Chirayu Dave. Clara Rivas de Puertas. Jeanette Dempsey. Timothy Popson. Cameron Nicol. Jahaba Sadiq. Jodie Toft. Kim Yap. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Master of Business Administration with Merit, Ross Ellicott. Cheng Huang. Mark Sargent. Tianping Shai. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Master of Human Resource Management and Industrial Relations, Eva Wright. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Master of Marketing, Melissa Ovenden. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Economics and Commerce.
I now call on the Dean of the Faculty of Engineering to present graduates from that faculty.
Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Computer Science, Benjamin Bastian. Jeffrey Can. Martin Steffner. Yungling Yang. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate for the award of the combined degrees of Bachelor of Computer Science and Bachelor of Mathematics. This graduate has studied for both awards concurrently. Megan Francis. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Civil Engineering, Peter Adams. Mark Rudd. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Civil Engineering with Honours Class 2, Division 2, Dwayne Ramsden Levy. Glenn Swan. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Civil Engineering with Honours Class 2, Division 1, Ulrika Lendl. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate for the award of the combined degrees of Bachelor of Engineering in Computer Engineering with Honours Class 1 and Bachelor of Computer Science. This graduate has studied for both awards concurrently. Anthony Cramp. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Electrical Engineering, Robert McGregor. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Environmental Engineering, Sandhya Prasad. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Environmental Engineering with Honours Class 2, Division 2, Kirby Morrison. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Environmental Engineering with Honours Class 2, Division 1, Scott Oakley. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering. Nathan Bramall. Grant Griffin. Lucas Hanlon. John Newton. Richard True. Andrew Zock. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering with honours Class 2, Division 2. Peter Calagiannis. Scott Peterson. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering with honours Class 2, Division 1. Bryn Jones. Gregory Smith. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate for the award of the combined degrees of Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering with honours Class 1 and Bachelor of Science. This graduate has studied for both awards concurrently. Daniel Riley. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Surveying. Matthew Eddy. Petrus Silenus. Nathan Tuff. Brett Williams. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Master of Engineering Science in Industrial Systems, Ayathirai Vasanthanathan. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Engineering.
I now call on the Acting Dean of the Faculty of Science and Mathematics to present graduates from that faculty.
Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Environmental Science. Catherine Birrell. Holly Meppen. James Ramsey. Nathan Robertson. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Environmental Science with Honours Class 1, Peter Norris. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Mathematics, Sharon Evans. Bill Keir. Sean Thompson. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Science, Narelle Adams. Heather Barclay. Justin Bell. Robert Campbell. Catherine Exon. April Goodyear. Brendan Kelly. Gerard McGuinness. Jane Louise McGuinness. Tony Renee McLeod. Christine Milne. Jason Needham. Tracy Robinson. Christopher Scarlett. Daniel Solomon. Sheridan Steele. Grant Vogt. Kylie Vent. Alan Wilkinson. Peter Yates. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours Class 2, Division 1, Paul Causley. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours Class 1, Heath Eckroyd. Stephen Schofield. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Science Aviation, Edward Leong. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Science Aviation with Honours Class 2, Division 2, Sky Hunter. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Science Psychology with Honours Class 2, Division 1, Kim Jones. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Master of Applied Psychology, Reza Pishar. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Master of Environmental Studies, Andrew Hamer. Tracy Zander. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Master of Health Science, Rehabilitation Counselling, Evan Lewis. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Master of Scientific Studies, Aldo van Heeswijk. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Science and Mathematics.
I call on the President of the Academic Senate to present Research Higher Degree graduates.
Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Master of Engineering, Barry Stephen Watkins, Bachelor of Engineering of the University of Adelaide. Chancellor, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to a graduate who has successfully completed a prescribed programme of study, principally of research. A thesis embodying the outcomes of the research is the principal basis of examination. The degree is only awarded if the thesis makes a significant and original contribution to knowledge and understanding of the field of knowledge with which it is concerned. Today, the University is proud to honour Doctor of Philosophy graduates who have satisfied these rigorous criteria for the award of the degree. Chancellor, I present to you Judith Eleanor Barrett, Bachelor of Science of the University of Adelaide, Bachelor of Social Administration and Bachelor of Arts of Flinders University. Dr. Barrett's thesis is entitled Human Seasonal Allergic Rhinitis, Olfactory Conditioning, Handedness and Personality Correlates. Chancellor, Dr. Barrett. Chancellor, I present to you Robert Geoffrey Kane, Bachelor of Engineering of the University of Queensland. Dr. Kane's thesis is entitled Friction in a Granular Material. Chancellor, Dr. Kane. Chancellor, I present to you Sean William Charlson, Bachelor of Mechanical Engineering with Honours of the University of Queensland. Dr. Charlson's thesis is entitled Powder Morphology and Loading Effects on the Properties of an Engineering Ceramic. Chancellor, Dr. Charlson. Chancellor, I present to you Gavin Bruce Doyle, Bachelor of Science of this university. Dr. Doyle's thesis is entitled An Investigation of Recent Sedimentary Deposits within the Lower Hunter River Estuary, New South Wales. Chancellor, Dr. Doyle. Chancellor, I present to you Geoffrey Raymond Drewer, Bachelor of Engineering of this university. Dr. Drewer's thesis is entitled Suspension of Solids at High Concentrations. Chancellor, Dr. Drewer. Chancellor, I present to you Christopher John Duncan, Bachelor of Arts of the University of New England. Dr. Duncan's thesis is entitled Making Space for the Victim, a study of the spatial and social dimensions of victimisation in non-metropolitan Australia. Chancellor, Dr. Duncan. Chancellor, I present to you Angus Ross McLennan, Bachelor of Engineering and Bachelor of Science of the University of Queensland. Dr. McLennan's thesis is entitled Ash Formation in Reducing Conditions. Chancellor, Dr. McLennan. Chancellor, I present to you Louise Marie Ormerod, Bachelor of Science of this university. Dr. Ormerod's thesis is entitled Sedimentation Rates and Sediment Provenance within a Predominantly Urbanised Catchment, Ironbark Creek, New South Wales. Chancellor, Dr. Ormerod. Chancellor, I present to you Edward Walter Palmer, Master of Engineering Science of the University of Queensland. Dr. Palmer's thesis is entitled Multimode Damping of Power System Oscillations. Chancellor, Dr. Palmer. Chancellor, I present to you Andrew Richard Woodyard, Bachelor of Engineering of the University of New South Wales. Dr. Woodyard's thesis is entitled Feedback Control of Multivariable Non-Square Systems. Chancellor, Dr. Woodyard. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of Research Higher Degree graduates.
I now call on the Vice-Chancellor to present a person for admission to an honorary degree.
Chancellor, I have pleasure in presenting to you William Russell Evans for admission to the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa. Chancellor, William Russell Evans was born on the 2nd of August 1924 at Cooks Hill, the younger of two children of William Ivor and Mary Evans. Russ Evans completed his formal education at Newcastle Boys High School, where he obtained the Leaving Certificate. He was identified quite early as a leader, having been appointed, amongst other things, Vice-Captain of the school. In 1939, he joined the Newcastle Aero Club as a junior member, flying at its Broadmeadow Airfield, now better known as the Marathon Stadium. After completing school in 1942, Russ Evans joined the Royal Air Force, where he served as a pilot, reaching the rank of Flight Lieutenant. During the war, he was involved in flight training and piloting such aircraft as the Mustang and Lockheed Venture. In 1946, Russ Evans accepted a position as an honorary flying instructor at the Newcastle Aero Club. By 1948, he'd become a full-time flying instructor with an A1 instructor rating, to be one of only 6 such instructors in Australia. In due course, Russ was appointed Chief Flying Instructor. At that time, the Newcastle Aero Club was the largest aeronautical club in the Southern Hemisphere. Russ Evans, at the age of 26, was in charge of the operation of the Aero Club, coordinating 57 training centres throughout New South Wales. In 1957, Russ joined Qantas, flying DC-4s internationally. A few years later, he accepted an appointment as an examiner of airmen with the Department of Civil Aviation, now generally known as the Civil Aviation Safety Authority. Some 23 years later, he retired from the department, the last 18 years performing duties as the Senior Examiner of Airmen for the New South Wales region. In 1983, on his retirement, Russ decided to keep all his pilot licences current. In addition to flying corporate jets, he also became involved in corporate jet endorsement training, general instructing and flight testing of pilots. He became a committee member of the Association of Flight Instructors Incorporated and later its vice president. At the same time, CASA appointed him as an approved testing officer, a position he holds to this day. His approvals cover the initial establishment and renewal of all pilot licences, instructor and instrument ratings and the granting of multi-engine training approvals. Russ Evans is endorsed to operate most of the single and multi-engine light twin-engine airplanes as well as turboprop and jet aeroplanes such as the King Air, Cheyenne, Merlin, Falcon and Learjet. To date, he has clocked in excess of 28,000 pilot hours. It is also estimated that over these years he has conducted over 10,000 flight tests as an examiner. In 1983, Russ Evans was approached by a United States oil company and offered the position of aviation inspector. The position involves selecting and reviewing aircraft charter operators who could be used by oil company personnel throughout Australia and the Southeast Pacific areas. He retired from this position earlier this year after convincing the company to find a replacement. An enjoyable part of Russ Evans' retirement has involved ferrying planes between America and Australia. Some of these trips have included Falcon jets via Iceland, Europe and India to Australia, Beach King Airs from America to Australia via the Azores, Nomads from England to Australia, DC-3s from Auckland to America via Midway, the Hawaiian Islands and then across the Pacific. Russ has authored numerous seminal documents and reports as well as training manuals including Flights Without Tears, Automatic Direction Finder, Very High Frequency Omni Range, Distance Measurement Equipment and Understanding Light Twin Engine Aeroplanes. Russ Evans has been a very good friend to the university and an invaluable supporter of the Bachelor of Science Aviation program. He has contributed to the enhancement of our course by providing advice on its design and content. Russ continues to provide welcome advice on developing a world's best practice aviation training system. After a university meeting a few years ago, a member of the university asked the then Deputy Chancellor, Dr. Peter Hendry, "Who is Russ Evans?" Dr. Hendry replied, "Russ Evans is a teacher and leader. He is a man of vision and commitment, and most importantly, he is a man of honesty and integrity." Chancellor, it is with great pleasure that I present to you William Russell Evans for the award of the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa.
By virtue of the authority delegated in me by the Council, I hereby admit William Russell Evans to the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa. We will now have a musical interlude presented by the Garage Gang. They will sing 5'2" and I Am an Australian.
dusty red soil plain. I am the ancient heart, the keeper of the flame. I stood upon the rocky shore, I watched the tall ships come. For 40,000 years I've been the first Australian.
I came upon the prison ships, bound down by iron chains.
I cleared the land and joined the lush unwilling for the rains.
I'm a settler, I'm a farmer's wife, on a dry and barren run.
A convict and a free man,
I became Australian. I'm the daughter of a digger, who sought a motherland.
the girl became a woman on a long and dusty road.
I'm a child of her depression, I saw the good times go.
I'm a bushy, I'm a battler, I am Australian. We are one, but we are many, and from all the lands on earth we come. We share a dream and sing with one voice. I am, you are, we are Australian. I'm a teller of stories, a singer of songs. I am Albert Marachira, I bring the ghostly drums. I'm Clancy on his horse, I'm Ned Kelly on the run. I'm the one who lost Matilda, I am Australian. We are one, but we are many, and from all the lands on earth we come. We share a dream and sing with one voice. I am, you are, we are Australian. I'm the hot wind from the desert, I'm the black soil of the plains, I'm the mountains and the valleys, I'm the drought and flooding rains. I am the rock, I am the sky, the rivers when they run, the spirit of this great land. I am Australian. We are one, but we are many, and from all the lands on earth we come. We share a dream and sing with one voice. I am, you are, we are Australian. We are one, but we are many, and from all the lands on earth we come. We share a dream and sing with one voice. I am, you are, we are Australian.
That must have been a very fine garage. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to invite Dr. Alan Patterson to deliver the occasional address. In 1996, Dr. Patterson retired from a career of teaching, research, consulting and educational administration, a career which included 8 years as Director General of TAFE in New South Wales. Dr. Patterson is the chairman of the Hunter Economic Development Corporation, a board member of the Hunter Valley Research Foundation, and a trustee of the Hunter Catchment Management Trust. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Alan Patterson. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of Council, members of staff, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. First, let me extend my warmest congratulations, of course, and best wishes to those of you who have become the university's newest graduates. I hope that those of you receiving your first degree will see this day as really a symbolic start of your professional career and always acknowledge the role which this university has played in your preparation for that career. I hope too that you will recognise this is a day on which you assume new responsibilities, not only for yourself and your family, but for the community as a whole. Also, let me take this opportunity to pay special tribute to those of you who have received higher degrees. I know from personal experience of the extraordinary demands that have been made of you. And of course, a special tribute as well to Dr. Evans on receiving his honorary doctorate. This is a jealously guarded honour which is rarely conferred by any university, and Dr. Evans deserves our highest praise. And let me thank you, ladies and gentlemen, the families and the friends of the graduates. I can assure you that without your support and understanding, few of today's graduates would have made it. Today, ladies and gentlemen, for my address, let me share a few thoughts about economic development in the Hunter region. This topic has a certain symbolism for an occasion such as today's ceremony, where we're witness to a new wave of professionals entering into the workforce. And while I certainly have no desire to make our new graduates unnecessarily nervous by referring to issues such as unemployment, the topic seems appropriate on this, the eve of the demise of BHP steelmaking in Newcastle. So let me start by emphasising that I believe that the Hunter region is able to face its future from a position of great economic strength, and that we should view that future as one full of tremendous opportunities. This optimistic view is based on what I judge to be the extraordinary diversity of regional industry and my unshakable faith in the skills and the abilities of the people of the Hunter region. Historically, the region's economic strength has grown out of its rich endowment of natural resources, the skills of its people, and the region's remarkable sense of community. As well, our strength has grown out of a lot of hard physical work and intellectual effort. Also, the region has been able to attract the massive amounts of public and private capital essential for the production of the goods and services in which the region now trades and for which the region is justifiably famous. Another factor which has contributed much to our regional success is the region's location in respect of our trading markets. For example, the region is particularly advantaged in being located adjacent to Sydney, which is, after all, the largest and richest of our Australian markets and the centre of much of Australia's trade with the rest of the world. Now, I know that we Novocastrians sometimes complain about our loss of identity to Sydney and that we blame Sydney for many of our problems. But in reality, we gain much more from our economic and physical closeness to Sydney than we lose by it. When it comes to the rest of the world, this region suffers the disadvantages of location suffered by the rest of Australia. But here, we have the tremendous advantage of having a great working harbour, which is the hub of many of our trading links with the rest of the world. The importance and value of such links cannot be exaggerated, and we might note that at the present time, the Port of Newcastle stands as the largest exporter of coal in the world. Without question, the port is the key to much of our regional prosperity. Coal, its mining, treatment and transport, and its use in the production of electrical energy and the manufacture of metals, provides thousands of regional jobs and is the foundation of our modern regional economy. Certainly, coal has been king of the regional economy for many years and is likely to remain in this position for well into the future, in spite of various environmental issues and the gathering strength of marketplace competitors. Metal manufacturing has been an important part of the regional economy for many years. This often has been at the centre of controversy and, in fact, remains so today. Much of this controversy revolves around a raft of industrial and environmental issues. Nevertheless, these industries continue to generate much wealth for the region and will continue to do so even after BHP stops making steel in Newcastle. I think at this point it's appropriate to acknowledge the truly significant contribution that the metal manufacturing industries have made to skills development throughout the Hunter region. This skills base, together with the work culture which has evolved out of these industries, forms a most significant regional resource. It is this resource which now allows us to embrace new technologies and new industrial activity relatively easily. Agriculture has played and continues to play a key role in the regional economy. Like other industries, though, agriculture has faced its fair share of industry restructuring and reorganisation. It remains, however, the backbone of economic activity throughout much of the region and seems ready to take on something of a new lease of life, with exotic developments such as aquaculture, wine grape production, the growth and marketing of olives and herbs, as well as the production of a range of vegetables specifically targeted at the supermarket shelves of Japan and Korea. These changes will do much to support the region's traditional agricultural products. Now, the cohesive paste in the complex mixture which makes up a regional economy is its infrastructure. And once again, the Hunter region should see itself as being well provided for in this regard. For example, we have an excellent education and training system comprising networks of government and non-government schools, TAFE and private training colleges, Tokal Agricultural College, and of course this university, which indeed is the jewel in the crown of regional education. The region has a quality transportation system made up of extensive road and rail networks and valuable air and shipping linkages. We have an above average quality telecommunication system which links us to the rest of the world. We have good quality and reliable water supply systems. We have waste treatment and disposal systems which meet demanding environmental criteria. We have a regional health system which provides a range of outstanding services. We have an extraordinary range of cultural activities and facilities. And we have stable political and social support systems. Ladies and gentlemen, I could go on and on about how advantaged this region is, and I could certainly draw comparisons with other regions both in Australia and overseas. Such comparisons would help demonstrate our economic strengths and emphasise just how fortunate we are. But rather than do this, let me simply put the view that the Hunter is a major player in the creation of Australia's wealth. It makes a significant input in relation to its international reputation, and it is an important contributor to its political stability. And I might add, without the slightest hint of Novocastrian bias, the Hunter region is a great place in which to live. So what of the future? How is the region likely to develop? Will there be sufficient jobs? How will the region's physical environment cope? In offering a few thoughts about these issues, first let me emphasise that I believe the Hunter to be on the threshold of a great future. It will be a future which draws heavily on its traditions, but one which will move progressively towards what I call the clever end of town. Our skills requirements will be very demanding, and these will need to be enhanced with both personal and corporate flair, imagination, and indeed courage. The region, of course, will continue to do those things that it now does very well. Things like exporting coal, things like the manufacture of aluminium, things like the operation of its famous horse stoves, things like the production of quality wines, and things like world-quality medical engineering and scientific research. After all,
These are the industries which now compete successfully in the toughest of world markets. And there's no reason to imagine that the advantages which they bring to the region will be abandoned. In fact, they provide a nucleus of effort around which new enterprises can be encouraged to grow. Now, this is not to suggest that the region's existing industrial and commercial base will be immune to change and isolated from problems resulting from the introduction of new technologies, industrial restructuring, and changing community expectations. We must face up to the likelihood that the future will include economic pain and social dislocation caused by these and other influences, as well as our own mistakes. This will require us to ensure that such dislocation and pain is minimised and compensated for. It must not be simply dumped on those in the community who are least able to look after themselves. Fortunately, the diverse mix of quality industries which now form the base of the Hunter's economy will allow the region to grasp a variety of new and exciting opportunities, some of which are already emerging. For example, new industries like British aerospace will provide opportunities to develop new skills, introduce more advanced technologies, and create many new employment opportunities. Another example is the rapidly developing tourism industry, which will expand to provide large-scale employment opportunities in a variety of fields ranging from the most humble of jobs to the most challenging, both technologically and socially. We will, I believe, see great changes to the Port of Newcastle, which will not only retain its reputation for handling bulk cargoes, but is highly likely to enhance this role by the development of a major container terminal. As well, the port will see further development of its ship construction and repair industries. And the region will see the development of its environmental technology and service industries, industries which will not only help protect and better manage the region's water, land and air resources, but will help provide similar services and protection worldwide. Other developments will centre on the information technology and telecommunications industries, which will be certain to bloom here in the Hunter. Already, the proportion of Hunter people 18 years of age and over having access to the internet is double that of the rest of Australia. And this is reflected in a significantly higher proportion of Hunter businesses which use internet facilities compared to the rest of Australia. Clearly, electronic commerce and communications with associated technological and educational demands will be pace setters for those who conduct trade here in the Hunter. In picturing the Hunter region of the future, one must envisage this university with its teaching and research strengths playing a key role in the way this future evolves. Indeed, the university must be prepared to provide vigorous leadership in helping the region conceptualise and shape its future. This will require of students, staff and graduates a determination to add to the skills and knowledge base of the region in ways which help maintain our economic strengths and advantages, contribute towards the improvement of the quality of life of all who live in the region, to actively assist with the protection of the region's physical environment, and to be a participant in the maintenance of the spirit, culture and sense of community of the region. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm confident that those of you who are today the university's newest graduates will take on such tasks with enthusiasm. I hope that you will assume a sense of guardianship of this wonderful region and feel proud to act as its ambassadors wherever you might live and work. I certainly wish you, each and every one of you, the best of success in such endeavours. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Dr. Patterson, for that timely address on the eve of BHP's demise as a steelmaker. It is interesting to contemplate the great opportunities that exist in the Hunter. And I can assure you, sir, that our graduates today and this institution aim to be leading at the clever end of town in the development of the Hunter region in the future. I now have pleasure in inviting Mr. Peter Norris to speak on behalf of the graduates.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of the University Council and staff of the University, fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen. When I began my studies at the University of Newcastle in 1994, it wouldn't have occurred to me for a moment that I'd be speaking here today. It also didn't occur to me that I would one day graduate with honours and actually have a job. I was advised that graduate speakers tend to focus on the hard slog and lighter moments of life as an undergraduate and send messages of appreciation to their families, friends and the academic staff on behalf of all graduates. Today I'll present you with my version of university life and of life after university in the hope that many of you will relate to the highs and lows that are all part of the package. As an enthusiastic 17-year-old, I arrived at the Uni of Newcastle straight from school. I was lucky enough to be able to study in my hometown, and I often admired my colleagues who lived so far from their family and friends, yet slotted into the Newcastle scene and made the most of the experience. In fact, some of them liked it so much they haven't left. We're truly fortunate to be able to study in such a great region with beautiful beaches and bushland, a diverse array of subcultures, and all the perks of a big city without the hustle and bustle. Like most students straight out of high school, I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. I knew I cared strongly for the environment and grew up to appreciate the value of natural areas. In his infinite wisdom, my father encouraged me to study environmental science. I went to an information session on the newly created Bachelor of Environmental Science degree, and I was hooked. I didn't really know where this degree would take me, but at the same time it didn't really matter. I embarked on the journey of full-time study, and I learnt a lot more than just environmental science. I learnt how to pull beers, mix cocktails, and be tolerant of my various housemates. I learnt that copious amounts of caffeine allow the completion of assignments the night before they're due, and that printers always fail at the last minute. I learnt the ancient art of paying rent, eating and having a good time on less than $100 a week. I was involved in a recycling program on Friday mornings where a group of us would sort through Thursday night's garbage, recycling glass and aluminium cans. I found out it wasn't a good idea if you helped create the garbage, as the smell of stale beer doesn't mix well with an unsettled tummy. I also learnt that lecture theatres almost instantly induce deep sleep, no matter how interesting the subject matter. I thoroughly enjoyed my chosen field of study, trudging through the bush searching for warm furry critters and cold slimy ones, killing innocent invertebrates in the name of science, analysing and debating the attitudes of society, and staring down the barrel of a microscope. 3 years romped by, and suddenly I'd finished my degree. The quest to find a job began. I volunteered for many hours, and luckily it paid off. A couple of months after completing my bachelor's degree, I landed temporary work with the New South Wales National Parks and Wildlife Service. I coloured in maps 7 hours a day for 3 months. They didn't teach me that at uni. I suddenly realised that my degree was a stepping stone and that it was necessary to complement my academic knowledge with practical skills. I was fortunate enough to eventually attain a permanent position as a ranger with the National Parks and Wildlife Service. Of all the books in the library, I didn't find one that revealed the logistics of fighting fires, managing wild strandings, or how to deal with swooping magpies, snakes in backyards and possums in roofs. After deciding I'd not had enough of uni life, I returned to part-time study for an honours degree. I was inspired by a workmate who wanted to know what happened to bugs after bushfires. I studied for 2 years and I still can't tell her. But I've added a brick to the wall, and hopefully my efforts will contribute to an ever-increasing knowledge of our natural environment. My studies complemented my work in fire management and opened up opportunities which otherwise would not have been available to me. I still have a lot to learn, but I would not be where I am today if I hadn't put in the years at uni. I'm sure that I speak on behalf of all graduates when I thank family and friends for their support, encouragement and faith in our ability. I know they kept me sane. The academic staff have earned our gratitude for providing inspiration and guidance and for sharing their extensive knowledge. During my years at the Uni of Newcastle, I've made lifelong friends, had experiences I will remember forever, and developed an admiration for the individual and collective knowledge wandering these grounds. I wish the best to all my fellow graduates and know that our efforts at uni will be recognised for the rest of our lives. We now have the paper to prove it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Norris, for that speech. 17 years of age, graduation with honours, a job. That's a lady in the fast track. And look forward to seeing how you progress in the future, together with all your colleagues. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of this ceremony. May I invite all of you to join us for a cold drink in the marquee adjoining the Great Hall. The University Union also invites you to make your way afterwards to the Shortland Union building, where Devonshire tea will be served. You will be able to order photographs, have your testamers framed, and view a range of university memorabilia for sale. Some of my colleagues think it's undignified for the Chancellor to be selling for the Union, but I make no apologies and I urge you to go down there.